Hello and welcome to race number 4 here in Portugal. We are on pole position. We're having a wet race, and for those who are watching, a very Merry Christmas, and for everybody who does not celebrate Christmas, Happy Holidays. Right, we are here on Christmas Day. Yes, I've done all my recordings ready for Christmas Day. Yeah, I can't believe it. It's now 365 days till Christmas.
The Formula One circus has made its way to the southern coast of Portugal this week, and it's preparing for what I expect to be a terrific race here in Portimao. A lap of Portimao is 2.9 miles long, and it's made up of 15 turns, 9 right-handers and 6 left-handers. It's been described as a roller coaster with a lot of elevation changes. There's more than one blind summit, and the conditions today aren't going to make visibility any better. So drivers are going to have to be on the ball if we're to avoid a safety car here today. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lee lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Bottas, Sergio Perez, and Ricciardo, Norris, Stroll, Sainz, and Lewis Hamilton, Rosberg, Ocon, George Russell, and Gasly, Tsunoda, Latifi, Kimi Raikkonen and Guan Yu Zhou, Giovinazzi, Mick Schumacher, Alesi and Nikita Mazepin. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track and get this Grand Prix underway.
After the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going.
Right, let's have a look if there's going to be a dry period. No, it's going to be 4 wets for the entirety of the race. That's not good. I'm going to underfuel the car in a second. I'm just quickly checking Twitter because I need to get rid of all these notifications. And yeah. Right, and I am set to go in a couple of seconds. Yeah, right, let's start the race. 4 wets, it's poor, standing puddles, aquaplane probably, grip levels are low.
Okay, how was the pull away? You'll have a bit more grip than that on the start, but we need to warm the tyres properly now. Make sure you get some heat into the brakes as well.
Well, as you saw on the pull away, that was diabolical. I was sliding left and right. It's unheard of. And we can't even do that properly. Yeah, this is going to be a fun race at the beginning. Well, let's get these tyres green. We should be wets and then intermediates. Would be kind of a good race. Split strategy. Because I would do a literally just a no stop, and I would just go flat out on the wets until the track was that dry that I could probably get onto dries. And in a 17 lap race that could be possible if the game would allow you to do that. So yeah, like I said, well, I'm not holding out too much hope for the 4 wets. But yeah, it's going to be a slowish race. When I saw rain, I thought, yeah, it's going to rain and probably go light at the end. But no, it literally is a whole wet race. We had a dry practice and qualifying, and now we're in a wet Grand Prix. I'd rather have wet practice and wet qualifying and dry races, because that's what I like. I like dry racing. The car is built for dries, never for the wets. They should let you also change parc fermé rules. If it's dry, it should let you go for everything else. But, you know, it's just wrong. But, yeah. That's what they need to do on Parc Fermé rules. Let you literally change your Parc Fermé to a
The
wet...
rest of the grid is forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights.
To a wet setup. Because that's what it used to be on the old Formula 1s. Parc Fermé rules were never really there. They said if it's a dry practice and qualifying, you do a dry stuff, and then when it was wet, you could just mess about with the car, so you could just have a little bit more balance in the race. But yeah, it's terrible. Right, let's go. Everything's green, let's go. Overtake, press the overtake button, and I'm sliding already, and I'm aquaplaning already. Jeez, this is a bad start. This is really a bad start. Swamped, 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 crash. Yeah, no, that was just terrible. That was my own fault to some degree. But come on, look at this aquaplane slide, man. This is what you don't. This is what you need a safety car start for. And this, the slowness. I've got side pod damage.
The bodywork's taken a few scrapes. Try not to make it any worse.
Oh gosh, that was not me paying attention to Verstappen then. I'll take the bodywork damage. But this was where I should have paid attention. Now I hit that curve and it throws me off. This is what I don't understand with the game. And just slide. Slow down, come on, turn. The car does not want to turn. You saw the steering then. The turning circle is like a bout. And this is just... I can't be doing with this. This is what I don't need today. I don't need sliding and aquaplaning. I just want to do the race. Turn. Again, I can't turn. It's just ridiculous. And again, no matter what I do with that hill, I always lose the back end. Safety car starts need to be a thing on Formula 1. Right. With floor damage and everything else, and like 3 or 4 flashbacks, I now feel a little bit better. But I should not be running wide. I do not need to be aquaplaning. I'm on 4 wet tyres, right? Yeah, and this is where safety car start should be allowed. I think that needs to be a thing in 2022, because if this is like it is in next year's game, then Cody's and EA need to be fucking looked at. And both companies will need to be fucking shook up a bit. Because it's just ridiculous. And I hit the curb and I lose the back end. Fuck off. I don't think so somehow, game.
The side pods have taken damage. You may start to pick up a little drag.
This is ridiculous. Can't believe how slow I have to drive around the circuit. And yet in the dry I could go full fucking throttle. Right. Now apparently I've set the fastest lap. And is that Verstappen in the pits? Did he actually hit me? I don't remember him coming up saying he hit me. Interesting. In this weather as well, no safety car, poor old Verstappen will be at the back of the pack. Can't believe that. Right. Cannot wait to get this race done and dusted. So the back end wants to slide. Look at that. Fucking ridiculous. And I have full traction control on as well, so I don't aquaplane. And I don't need to do that, but yet on this game, traction control means nothing in the wet. It's a little bit wrong, that is. Ken wants to slide all the while. Just crawl around the circuit. It's ridiculous how slow I have to go. Here we go. Now I'm pulling away from the pack. Right.
The underbody's taken a little damage. Watch out for it.
That's more than a little damage. That's a hell of a damage. Just slow the car down. Yeah, that much damage on my car isn't slight. Slight is when it's a lime green. That's near enough yellow. That's how bad it actually is. Surely Jeff don't understand what body damage is and how much damage actually is caused by all this. But you know, Jeff's just a fool to himself. Yeah, I don't know what to talk about in today's race because it's Christmas Day, like I say.
The rain is getting lighter now, but it's going to take a while for the track to dry out.
And as I start talking, Jeff interrupts me. It's always good when I've got earphones on and in my ear Jeff speaks to me, and it's not something I want to know every time. But yeah, I know a lot of people may not be watching this on Christmas Day, so they might be watching it on Boxing Day or something. But like I say, it is time for your family and your friends and everything else. And yeah, these videos, when watched, I do appreciate that. So yeah, I know Stampy and Squishy posted today, and yeah, that was a good. Them was the two good videos I actually enjoyed.
You're dropping a second a lap to the car behind. 1 second.
Apart from Squishy and Stampy and Dagwin posting, I don't know who else is posting out of my YouTubers that I actually subscribe to and watch. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting day today for YouTube videos. Like I say, I've done my...
The body's taken some damage. You may start to notice it.
I've done my usual 15, but I've done 18 videos. Because I've done 2 extra FIFA doing the pre-season tournament of the 5 games. And I've also done an extra Minecraft video for today. And me and Claire had fun with that video. But anyway, so yeah, it was a fun video. If you want to see more of that video and more of that concept of the videos that I do,
I
then
definitely think we need to stay on this tyre a bit longer, but there's no question that the track is drying. We might be in a position to change soon.
Then yeah, let me know in this comment or the Minecraft comments if you want to see more of the stuff that me and Claire do via different game modes on Minecraft, because I do like to mix up a lot of videos, and I do like to try and keep my videos as fresh as possible. But FIFA is fresh, Formula 1's fresh, because Formula 1 and FIFA got you know, career mode years where I can do 15 years with FIFA, I can do 10 seasons or 10 years with Formula 1, so it's always fresh. And FIFA's fresh now because of Creative Team being on the game, and every year you can change your kits and change your stadium and see how your stadium actually looks throughout the years, so it is realistic.
The officials are deploying the safety car due to multiple cars being stopped on track. Mind your delta. Drop your speed. Our delta is too low and we risk a
Hold on. There's a incident. Hold on. Well, that's nobody to care for. There's a Lacey, so he parks up, and everyone else is going past him quite well. So I don't quite know where it says that there's a pile up when I can't see a pile up. And now the safety car is out. Now this is going to cause an issue. This is going to really cause an issue. The safety car should have been out on lap 1 for the first 5 laps. Just so some of the standing water can actually be quite good. So yeah, there's a lot of things I would change on Formula 1. And there's what Delta 2 fucking quick. I don't get this game. Right. I don't get that at all. Right, out of the line, I should be okay.
Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace.
Yeah, it doesn't say I've got a penalty or anything. But the safety car, how fucking far is the safety car? This is ridiculous. There he is. Fuck it, now he's a bit far around the
Approaching the
circuit.
safety car. You're leading, so don't pass it. Stay behind the safety car.
Well, I underfueled the car for this pure reason. Safety cars. Now this might play into Verstappen's hands since he had to do a pit stop earlier. But
Okay, we can take you this lap.
teammate status.
Say again, you're breaking up.
Teammate status.
Gap to teammate behind is 7.9 seconds. They're on fresh wets. They're in 9th. The time last lap was a 1 minute 41.9.
Weather report.
Full wets seem like the best tyre for now.
Yeah, I don't even ask him to box this lap and he just went box this lap. Stupid AI. Fucking interface. Pisses me off. Like I want to pit. Well, the safety car is going to take forever to go around the circuit now. So yeah. The joys of Formula 1. But here we are. Regardless. Come on, safety car, put your foot down a bit. You're cruising at about 150 miles per hour. And then I have to slow down because he slows down ridiculously so slow. Anyway, I think the safety car's in this lap, giving us 10 laps then of normal race conditions. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. So yeah. No, like I say, it's been a great day for me. So yeah. Like I say, I'm not really a big fan of Christmas, but it's still been an okay day. I say it could be worse. It could be better, but it's just what it is. I've had no correspondence off Blazing Dragon wishing me a Merry Christmas. I don't actually know what's wrong with him. Hopefully, if he does watch this video, I'd like to find out. Because it always seems that this week has been really off the ball this week talking to me.
Safety car is in this lap. Safety car in this lap. You will be controlling the pace on the restart. Keep it steady until the safety car has reached the pit lane.
Yeah, so I don't actually know what's wrong with him, if anything. I know he's been busy with work, but still, a bit of correspondence would be good. But hopefully all is well with him. Right, come on, safety car. Come on, safety car, peel off, peel off, peel off, peel off. Right, that's it, I'm off. And Leclerc did not...
Green flag.
Yeah, Leclerc's using overtake. Leclerc is going down the inside of me, oh my god. And he has to fall back behind me because I've got the racing line. Haha. Right, he's now pushing me through these corners. So all I'm going to do is slow up and turn slowly. use the racing line as a mobile chicane. So yeah, oh, the aquaplane is real. But yeah, like I say, Blazing Dragon has been a little bit quiet this week on me, and I hope everything's okay. Because we haven't done any Predator for ages, we ain't done no Far Cry for ages. And they always say you gotta look after your mates. Well, when one is working and one does YouTube, it's a little bit difficult to see how everybody's doing. But hopefully he can drop us a line, and yeah. So now he's looking forward to. He was looking forward to today to seeing his daughter, because when he works, he don't see family for ages, and I know it plays on his mind a lot, because he does 10 till 10. I know he's been doing a bit of overtime, so 10 o'clock in the morning till 10 at night, and then he does a couple of hours extra overtime, makes it 2 o'clock in the morning. He really sees nobody, and he's
pulling out a second lap on the car behind.
I know you don't see nobody out of work, and I know that's rough. So I've done overtime before. I've worked in kitchens where you work for all hours of every day. And when I was in the warehouse industry, like Blazing Dragon is, I was doing 6 at night till 6 in the morning. I was doing the graveyard shift at that time.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
And everything else, and why? What intermediate tyres? Are you sure? You're saying intermediate tyres.
Confirmed.
Okay. Well, I did ask for intermediate tyres, and we're having inters. Yeah, I think everyone's going to be pitting this lap. Right, I need to start motoring a little bit now. But no, like I say, it's not the greatest thing of all the while to do. But like I say, I know it's just the Christmas period. He's been working. Well, I say Christmas period. He started back in October time, November time, and I know he's working next month, which is the January sales. And
okay, I think it might be just about time to come and change these tyres.
And I know he's a good egg, like Jimmy says. But no, I don't really message Blazing Dragon at this if I can help it, just in case it's at work. And he messages me on his break, but
Nico is just peeling off into the pits now. He's in the pits.
But if anything, if he ain't working one day, or he's got time off on a lunch break, or a 15-minute break.
Go now.
You know what I mean? A simple message saying, hi, how are you, would be good.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
But, yeah, I try not to disturb him, because I'm not sure when he's working or not. Because he hasn't told me his work schedule for this last 14 days. All I knew is he was working Boxing Day, and that's all I ever knew. So, like I say, I hope he's alright, because I haven't really spoke to him since Monday, and as you know, today is Saturday, so it's been literally nearly six days of no talking. And I'm not going to disturb him on Christmas Day, because it's his time with his family. But he knows on Boxing Day, when he's at work, he can drop me a line on his lunch break, or his mini break that you get, because you are entitled to mini breaks if you're doing over 10 hours of work. Because I know the rules and regulations of every business in this country, because I know how the law works. I know that people who are sacked for no reason can go to a tribunal. Unlawful sacking, tribunal. Gross misconduct, on the other hand, is your own bloody fault. But yeah, but no, I know that because my father used to be in the Noopy, as it used to be known.
The gap to the car behind is 3.2 seconds.
which was a company that was now called Unison, and Unison is what a union actually is. You have a union representative that goes to the Unison people, and they fight your battles in your local business that you do. So if you're not being paid minimum wage and you're entitled to minimum wage, well, that's a union representative issue and so forth. But yeah, what is it? Unionisation. That's a bloody word and a half. Yeah, that is actually what people need in this world. So you've got somebody to fight in your corner. Luckily though, I know the ins and outs of stuff, and I'm a very smart bunny. So I ain't gonna say I know everything, but what I do know is I know because I'm working and so forth. But I know some companies don't have unison and unions, which is for me it's a bit weird and a bit like, people can't be bothered with it, but it's there for a reason. And that's what people need. They need that in this society, in this world at the moment with the current pandemic.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up.
And I'll say this: if WWE had a union, most of the people who've been made redundant through these budget cuts could actually be entitled to a lot more of a payout than what Vince McMahon has paid them. I'll tell you that for now. Because it does seem strange over this last 2 years that WWE have let go of so many talents, like I'm saying, so many backroom staff, and they don't know where to stand because the contracts now that WWE are offering aren't worth the paper they're written on. So, like I say, I know so much, and other countries don't always have the same ways of how we are.
10 minutes left of this rain, then we think it's going to dry up. 10 minutes.
But yeah, it's just one of them things. But like I say, I know Blazing Dragon is looking forward to. I'm hoping he gets the job after January. So yeah, I do know that they have a union representative at the warehouse, and if Blazing Dragon feels like he's being done by at any point, all he has to do is talk to me and I'll put him on the straight and narrow. I'll tell him exactly what to say to the right people.
Our teammate by 9.2 seconds.
And that's one thing I always do. I always put the cat amongst the pigeons when someone says something to me. I'm like, okay, I've listened, and then I look at other stuff of what they've said, and I'm like, okay. And then they say, oh, you got any questions? And then I pick what they've said, and I pick holes in how shoddy it actually is. And yeah, it's quite funny really that actually happens, because for me it's just hilarious. And yeah, it's superb. But like I said, just have Blazing Dragon's alright.
Okay, the weather's certainly eased off for the time being, but we've still got a lot of standing water out there. We're happy for you to stay out on the inters for now.
Because I know a lot of people who watch my Predator videos, there hasn't been a Blazing Dragon partnership with me, so yeah, I know a lot of people who watch them are probably wondering where Blazing Dragon is. But like I say, I'll have to message him Boxing Day if that's the case, when he's at work, and just hopefully I'll get a message back. Just like I say, it's strange. But on a brighter note, this race is nearly done with just under, 3 laps to go, give or take. 3 and a bit laps, so yeah, I am gonna grumble. Yeah, Claire's mum and dad, my in-laws as I call them, Yeah, they have they've got me and Claire an Echo, and I have no idea what the Echo does. And for me, I'm good with some technology, and I ain't good with others. But an Echo is something I haven't got a clue. I know I could Google the Echo and that, but I don't want to Google it. I'll look at what it is properly and so forth. But there's so much now technology out there that it even surpasses me at times. Because I've grown up with certain technology like the Apple Watch and the smartwatch. Pardon me, and other stuff like that people don't really need. You don't need a smartwatch, you don't need an Apple Watch when you've got a mobile phone. The mobile phone does it all for you apparently, but now these smartwatches can do everything else. And I remember when Inspector Gadget first came out in the 80s, and that was beyond its time. Same with Mask, Mobile Armour Strike Command, Transformers, G.I. Joe. There were so many cartoons out there.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
That was based tried to be based on true realisticness of how the world would be in a couple of years. And yeah, 1985 Transformers turned around and said that by 2005 there'll be flying cars, there'll be transforming robots. Well, it never happened in the year 2000. It's happened since the year 2000, but not before. And yet we still live in a very, very dull world compared to what we should have had. Flying cars is one thing. We've seen Richard Branson do a car that goes on water then comes onto land. We've seen James Bond have the submarine Lotus, and that's what I was thinking that's what we would have by now. But nah, we still ain't changed with the times really. You know, Captain Planet turned around and said that there's so much pollution and the ozone layer was going to fail. And it started to fail to some degree, and yet 30 years ago we was recycling, 30 odd years later we're still recycling, and we still haven't changed anything out of the world. So, you know, you look at all these kids' cartoons from the 80s and 90s, and none of it's ever come true. None of it. And we've got a lap and a bit to go, because we're on our penultimate lap already. It's soon flown by. But yeah, gotta love it. Yeah. Well, I can't believe that today has flown by. Woke up at about 10 o'clock this morning. Went saw my mum and dad. Like I say, I had Christmas lunch with my brother and my nephew. And man, yet now I'm back doing videos. It's just another day for me. It's just another working day. All it is a fancy Sunday lunch.
This is your final lap of the race.
And like I say, I've never really looked at Christmas and gone, yeah, it's superb. As a kid, it's where it is, though. It's when you're a kid. Pre 12 years of age now, because I'm just 12 years older now. Christmas then becomes...
3 laps of fuel remaining.
Yeah, by the time you're 12 years old, and that Christmas just becomes a bit more duller.
Nico has come into the pits. He's in the pit lane now.
But no, for me, I look at I look at Christmas, and I've always looked at Christmas ever since 2009 when my grandparents died. And my nan passed first in 2008, and it was Christmas with my granddad, and it did feel the same about my nan. Then 3 months after Christmas. Granddad dies 10 days after his birthday, and that year then we had lost, both grandparents, one at mum and dad's. And that's when Christmas changed for me. Because as you get older, Christmas, values change and everything else. When of course, when grandparents die, it's the same. Christmas Day never the same. Because you don't talk about them then afterwards and that. And it's just weird.
Great drive. We did it. Good job.
But yeah, like I say, Christmas always changes. But like I say, when you're 12 years old and over, Christmas becomes a different meaning. I'll say up until about 7 or 8 you still believe in Santa, then it's still magical.
And I'm sure there'll be celebrations tonight. Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today. What set them apart from the rest?
Rain always has the potential to liven up a race and mix up the order, and they've taken full advantage of that to claim the victory today. It's always a bit of a lottery when the conditions are like this, but they've managed to stay on circuit and have come out on top.
Here comes your top 3 making their way down to the podium for what can only be described as a fantastic day for Formula One.
They need to sort out this prestige level as well for next year, that the points carry on over, because
So let's
I've always
review
said
the
that.
updated driver standings. Lee increases their championship lead. Now, let's discuss, Ants. Who would you say is a contender for driver of the day?
There's a few contenders, but George Russell definitely stood out, I think. A really solid drive from him today, and one I'm sure the fans enjoyed.
Let's move on to the constructors. The current leaders continue to extend their lead at the top. There was also a strong showing from the Mercedes team today as they make their way up the standings. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
Well, Max Verstappen managed to finish in the points, even though he started near enough last after the second lap. And I'm just looking at my teammate, and that is just a sham and a diabolical finish. Same with Lance Stroll, 2 intermediate stints. Makes no sense. And Latifi got screwed over by his team by not letting him pit. Pardon me, but yeah, that's just ridiculous. Oh, and Latifi hit fucking Rosberg. No bloody wonder he went in then. Disgusting. I ain't happy about that. What was that then? That's something new in the... oh, okay, pit stops. Front wing, front wing, front wing, front wing. Okay. And front wing and front wing. So Rosberg got screwed over by his front wing. That is utterly disrespectful. And utterly ridiculous. Can't believe that. Rosberg got screwed over. I am not a happy bunny. Can't believe that. Cannot believe that. I thought he was going to do well. activities to the fundraiser. Right, I've got 17 mil. How many races have I got to Silverstone? 1, 2, 3, 6. 6, that's going to be under 6 mil. Right. Once I've re-signed Rosberg, I will upgrade Rosberg's perks. And that's what the 5 looks like. Terrible. Can't believe that. This prestige doesn't give us anything. Right, let's fast forward. No. Right. I'm going to end it here. I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, hit that bell for notifications. And Spain will be up tomorrow. And until then, I'll see you all later. Bye.